What's good? It's Chigozy. It's Sunday, January 14th, 2018. And here we have this federal agent, MMA fighter, Paige VanZant. Just know she is nothing else than an actor for your federal government. Mixed martial artist and former model. Was on Dancing with the Stars, was on Chopped. So you can see how this gang has been putting in our face, in and out throughout the media, throughout history. But we can see then how the propaganda she's participating in is by the numbers, is by this code, which means she's doing what she's told to do by her Zionist Jew handlers. So this is about, I pray not to die during weight cuts. It's just more fear-based programming, more negative energy. You know, it's multifaceted. You guys, it's propaganda. Even parents who have kids in wrestling, it just gets them scared. People in college, people who are in wrestling themselves, trying to, people who don't even like wrestling, it just gets them worried and scared about bullshit. That's the whole point of propaganda. But without ranting too much, I really want to get to the numerical ritual inside this. So see how this is on January 13th, 1/13, that this tweet's coming out, which is the day the Players Tribune is talking about it. Unsurprisingly, they're grim, her grim experiences. We're talking about death, killing, murder. 113, number for dishonesty, but her full name, Paige Michelle VanZant, sums to 113. On January 13th, come out with this propaganda. See how P is the 16th letter, 1 plus 6 is 7. You reduce them all except for V because it's the 22nd letter, 22 the master builder number. So it's a master number you don't need to reduce. Applying that knowledge, you get 113. That's also 1027, they're tweeting this. 127, the 31st prime. Killer, 31. 31, the 11th prime number. Also, number going back to that as well. But here, I want you to see this. The whole reason why I clicked on this was to see the weight, to see what numbers you're going to use to represent the death killing. MMA fans know that cutting weight is dangerous. For the most part, though, the public is kept in dark about the horror stories that routinely happen ahead of events. Ahead of her debut at 125 pounds, Spiritual 125, Thelema 125, after a career spent at 115. So she's debuting at 125 pounds, spent her career at 115 to keep that weight low, cutting to get the 115. Oh my, it's so bad. Please do not kill me. It's my favorite part. My parents came in and saw me that way, cutting, and told me they will not support me in this career if I stay at 115. I was killing myself for this. This entire piece of propaganda is nothing else than a 115 killing gematria riddle. Killing equals 115 in Jewish gematria as well. Now reverse in alphabetical order, so A is 26, Z is 1, this, A is 1, but you can see it's a little bit different. More so based on the Hebrew system of lettering, but applied to English. But very relevant, you can see it's double gematria of 115. They're clearly coding that. Just such a freaking good example. Such a good example. And then again, that 125 for debut at 125. Going back to Thelema. Spiritual. You think of this the spiritual practice of just the whole weight cutting and whatnot. I don't know what debut sums to. 83. But that reminds me of the next thing. See this headline? Paige VanZant discusses praying to not die during brutal weight cuts. This headline reversing the alphabetical order sums to 8338 sequence. See this? The numbers for murder. 838, murder, 8338. And then again, the biggest damning thing, I mean, I already opened up with how in 113, her name Simpson 113 is coming out. They're saying 115, 115. That's her career spent there. Killing. Gematria, the killing name. The Slipknot song. Gematria and killing, same thing. Gematria, 74, killing. It's not 115, but you know what I'm saying? They're doing the same riddle again inside other propaganda. You know, I wanted to get to this right away, but, you know, I feel like someone should have sat there at least this long. MMA, I pray to not die during weight cuts. That's from here. 181, the 42nd prime. Freemason 42, Zionism 42. 197, the 45th prime. Ritual 45, the sum of Saturn Magic Square. And then the 84th prime, 433. Masonry, Zionism, Jesuit 42. 84. 512. Representation of 52, but you know, there's more. I don't want to just settle on that as just every time for a 512. But just based on how I know they like to code the 313, which is the 65th prime, but you know, it's 2 3s just right there with a little divisor. We know they're doing that. See, 405. We had the 45th prime in that headline for the other piece of propaganda, and then I zone out. Because you know, I just talk and rant, and I'll be clicking on random things. And then this piece of propaganda has a video length of 4 minutes, 5 seconds. 405, 45. 45th prime. Some of Saturn's Magic Square. Ritual 45. This is a special number to your federal government. I mean, look. Of all the presidents to make Mr. 45, him. You know? Donald Trump. Eagles advance despite QB. You know, of course. Guys, football's fake. Eagles is one big revelation ritual. But yeah, without making this video just long, I just wanted to be short and sweet. You saw that. But here, a nice review. 21-year-old dies from flu complications in the 45-second video. Saturn 21, 45 December Saturn's Magic Square. Jesuit 21, the Jesuit order's color is black and red. This man was murdered by the Jesuit order and blamed on flu complications. Flu sums to 42 like Saturn, Saturn 93, 39's reflection, Saturn 21. See? Moon 15, 21, like flu, 15, 12. Flu complications sums to 71. The 20th prime, time 20, death 20. He died at 20. His first name, Kyler 20 or 71. See? Dying from flu complications. His dad's tearing up in the video, which of course, I reserve the fact that there very well could be actors, whatever, but yeah, this gang is sick. To me, it makes more sense that they legitimately murdered this guy, but of course, who's going to think that your federal government is carrying out turning rituals, killing your kids? Like if you were not aware of this knowledge, and your son went off to college and died instead of some flu complications, you know, unfortunately, you would believe it. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because, I mean, you're unaware of this. You're probably the type of person then that would believe that your school official will never lie to you, your government never lie to you like that, that they'll give you information in your best interest. And then what will they do? They'll have the dad. They'll say, oh, yeah, we'll interview you. You can talk about your son. Dad goes on, cries, embarrasses him. It's not embarrassing that he's crying, but, you know, mocking him. Well, but the fact, I mean, to this gang, though, I mean, he's crying over his son that died in a Saturnian ritual. He doesn't even understand, though, so that's the embarrassing part, but You know, I feel for these people. I do. But, you know, I don't get emotionally invested because, I mean, I just don't care like that. And it's propaganda. '98 season of NFL. I know this is Alabama, but you know, in here, let's not get too much into this. This is how this video goes so long. But you know, red, blue, you just see how they're doing it. I mean, this is this type of shit. See, this like eclipse looking thing with this thing orbiting around. This is symbolic as fuck. I mean, if you want to again say I'm just seeing things, look at what they're doing. Oh, but real quick, Paige VanZant, March 26th. Sorry for just jumping like that, but I really want to end. But I'm glad we ended on that one. But we'll do January 13th to March 26th. Want to see from today to her upcoming birthday. Her upcoming, how old is this actor? 23. Her upcoming 24th birthday. This came out. Span of 73 days. Sacrifice 73. If you count the end date. Talking about death, killing. 103. I think her name has some, yeah, Paige Michelle VanZant, 103. Reversing alphabetical order and reducing. A span of 10 weeks, 3 days from her birthday. This piece of propaganda is coming out. 73 to 21st prime. Saturn 73 in ALW. Saturn 21. But this is also very damning. 2 months, 13 days exactly. 2 months, 13 days. That is the number for death in satanic gematria. I go through this every time. And I even say it's not reserved for black people. I do call that out. Paige VanZant, not black. Calling this insider propaganda, though. Death 213. Nate Dogg on the 213. Tupac Shakur's final album coming out February 13th, dying 213 days later. On just type in his name and find out which day he died. 13th of September. 1996, Freemason 96, Freemasonry 158. So you can just see, and the thing is, I know I got this part late in the video, but it shows if I forgot this, if you ended this video early, you should have taken what I shown you. You should have saw on her birthday. You should have saw how I opened this video showing how the propaganda came out on January 13th. And all you had to do then was just say, okay, all he does is do shit from the birthday. Let's do from the 13th to her birthday. You would have seen a 72 too. You would have seen the Jesuit order branding the propaganda. 72. That's who's putting this on. They run the world of professional sports. MMA is a professional sport rigged by this gang. You know, the 102s are arbitrary either, but you know, I'm focusing on the death killing numbers. And that's the thing, you can just stick with the ritual. You see the 213, you know, it's a number for death. And then you know to calculate the end date as well. 73 number for sacrifice. You know 103, the 27th prime. So we have 2772. Sun 27. You know her full name sums to 103. And then you can do the date numerology of when that propaganda came out. January 13th, 2018. Date with a lifeless number of 25. Death, 25. Killing, 43. 43 numerology. 52. Prophecy, 52. You know, again, if they're foreshadowing her early death with this piece of propaganda, always keep that in mind, too. Her name sums to 103, which is just 13, the 13th day of the year. But this is how you decode propaganda. And then the life lesson number is just so important. And I'll teach you how to calculate it. 1 plus 13 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8. So you just do the full number of the month, the full number of the day. So 13 plus 1 is 14. Plus 2 is 16. Plus 0 is 16. Plus 1 is 17. Plus 8 is 25. Wait, if I did that correctly in my head. But that's why I use a calculator. I probably even butchered that. Now I'm thinking back, but you see how the calculation works. Yeah, that's right, 25. But anyway, yeah, you can see her birth numerology if you want to. We'll end there for sure. 1994. See, and then I was gonna even say, you can see things like this. You can see how the propaganda comes on date with 52 numerology, the reflection of 25, born a date with a lifeless number 52 numerology, matching the date numerology, and the propaganda. She was also born a date with 123 numerology, like conspiracy, prophecy 2952. For 42, you get 142. 34, number 4. Murder. Jewish. Israel 28. 85th day of the year. Federal government 85. Reflection is 58. Freemasonry 58. Plenty more of this that's probably more connected to her specifically. But again, the take home then is that's the thing. You don't need to, if you just follow the ritual, the logic, you don't need to process everything. You just need to understand that they're just, of course, come out with propaganda. They with 52 numerology, just like how she was born today with lifeless number 52, reflection 25, a death flavored piece of propaganda coming down with a lifeless number 25, death 25, time 25. That's how, I guess it's all surface level. There's more to read, there's more you can see, but this is how, like, the bare minimum you can do to see how this is all bullshit propaganda from the federal government. This is nothing else than an agent, an actor for your federal government. Nothing else. Yeah, she's trained to fight. She can act. She can dance. That doesn't mean anything. It just means she's talented. It means she can follow instructions. Peace out.